How's it going, YouTube? Welcome to the Cosmic Ray channel. I am your host, Cosmic Ray. I'd like to first thank all my cosmic surfers out there, all my cosmic family, and wonderful subscribers that have subscribed to this channel. And I do appreciate you in this collective and appreciate your time. As you know, my candles like to speak the truth, so I just want to say thank you so much. And I wanted to share today, I don't know if I'm going to chalk it up to a story time with Cosmic Ray. This wasn't more of a dream. I usually kind of go with like my dreams or night terrors, stuff that usually actually happened to me physically that I can kind of share with you guys and what's going on. This was kind of a random higher self meets dream type moment where I had something that I wanted to talk about regarding to artificial intelligence, AI. Um, Something that's been going on with me for a while about some weird truths about AI, and sometimes I like to call this the empty soulless bodies. Also, man, okay, so here we go, everyone. I know this is a little woo-woo for some, and don't get me wrong, you do not have to believe in the things that I am telling you. You can just chalk it up to some crazy guy that likes to talk. However, this is something that I felt guided enough to share. This has been going on in my mind, and of course, when I see the synchronicities of life wanting me to share things with you guys, that's where I feel okay. It's time. Who gives a blank? Don't be scared. Just share it, and then just share. So, this is something I wanted to share with you all. Um, it's become to my reality of life, in past jobs I've had, where I see people just really hit the autopilot button, and I felt like at partial time in my life where I did this. Many of you know probably why I've done that, but let's just say I've been to work where I've had to work 12-hour days, 6 days a week. And when I get to work, it's like as if I forget everything about myself. I just hit this autopilot button. Yeah, as you can see, it's lighting up. I hit this autopilot button, if you will, and it's like as if I forget everything about reality. I forget about love, forget about what it's like to be a human, in this, temporary human existence. I just think about work, and then that's it. It's like I'm a well-programmed machine, if you will. Let me kind of just kind of describe for you a little bit of what I'm talking about, and kind of go with what I'm just really trying to say, guys. Sorry. So, artificial intelligence, robot. Now we start thinking, you know what, this would be so awesome, right? It can help us do our jobs easier, and it can make things more simpler, and it sounds so beautiful, right? It does sound so beautiful. Now, I'm not saying that when AI comes, we can't perfect it, we can't make it to a certain point where it's like it's so awesome and it's great, but they're also part of the other argument of like, oh, they took our jobs kind of thing. So, and it is going to help simplify other things, and maybe help us, the people that we do have maybe what some people feel is a simplified job that a robot or artificial intelligence can do, that maybe it'll inspire us and spark something else in us to do something completely different, something outside the scope, something that'll drive us to have different passions, to do other things, and maybe that's will help us. Maybe those people who are doing the monotonous jobs, or what some deem as an easy job, or something that's not as hard, I guess, maybe it'll inspire them to do something else and do something creative or something else, or maybe not. I don't know. But what I am going to try to tell you is that with artificial intelligence, you have let's just keep it brass tactics, a robot, right? A robot that's a computer that has a hard drive. Now, thinking, well, hard drive, memory, what's all this have to do with us? Well, hard drive, as we feel as a human being, now what are we? I mean, if you think about it, some of us feel that we're souls into a what we call like a avatar-ish type body, or an ego physical self, where what's actually driving us. We know the heart pumps the blood that moves us around. We know the brain is is like the computer in itself. It has digitally hardwired different things into our body that tells us what to do, how to perform, what's the function itself, just like a CPU unit, of a computer, the processor in itself that can help us. And we also have a physical structure, just like a computer has like their actual casing, it has an actual motherboard. When we in itself have like a heart attack, we don't get put next to a heart, and that other heart is going to magically pump our heart for us, right? It's not going to automatically spark something. No, what do? We take electronic components, clear, and volt us of like electricity running through our veins and to jump start us, correct? So what's been going on in my dreams or what's been channeling through me and also visions I've been seeing is that in a sense, it's almost like we're artificial intelligence already. Some feel like I was saying, we have like our soul that comes into this body, and it's like physically trying to drive us. It's like that spirit. It's that what some people feel as, if you were to like die today, will someone be able to know if you're around? Well, I'm sure they would, because if it's just a physical body, our spirit, our soul is what drives us, is what moves us. Yes, our brain is telling us that, but our soul is just merely just the, kind of like the, sorry, my spirits are telling me it's kind of like Voltron, or it's kind of like the whole Gundam, or, other things that we see on TV that kind of just helps give us that, the way that we can compare things. It's like the inside of us, we're moving around, we're actually telling us to do this, telling us to do that. Our brain is just simply that hard drive that's storing the memories, there for us. People say live in the moment. Why live in the moment? Why can't we live in the past? Why can't we live in the future, or whatever it is? Because the past, it's like all that is stored memory, stored history, stored stuff that's in our brain. However, our soul in itself is just driving us. It's telling us to, to move, to do this, to do that. It is, telling our ego self, physical self to move, to feel this way, give this person the hug, the love, all that, the chakra systems, everything that I've already mentioned to you guys, everything about the love, about the compassion, that everything that's giving you the emotion in itself. We know how to feel, we know how to move, but our soul is telling us that, and it's our heart that's doing that, right? Well, a computer system, AI, is just that spark of life. It's our heart that's pumping. Well, an artificial intelligence is just having something of a computer system throwing that electric volts, or if you will, the oil to the car. I don't know how that's going to be later, but it's going to be like that oil, like the blood that's flowing through us. It's going to be like that flowing through them. It's going to be able to drive that electronic components. There's other movies out there, talk about artificial intelligence in itself and ways of us, transcendence or transcending of like life. If we're able to take our memories, and download it into a computer system, if we're able to do that using electronic, well, basically using like components, if you will, to be able to transfer that data over, from our brain, since it's like wired hard drive, since we get voltage, electric, BTUs inside us. Even the Matrix movies taught us that too, as well as of course science, obviously. That we have electricity running through us, where it's like our own little battery. So if we're able to transfer this data or memories into a hard drive, we would essentially, kind of transcend into an AI, artificial intelligence. Now, of course, I don't want to be the first person to be like, oh, I'm down for that, but in a sense, this artificial robot, is there, and there's that spark, of life that can drive them as well. It automatically starts. Now, what is it? You can tell someone what to do and how to act and how to think. You can tell a computer, you can write a program to say, if a person tells you this, you write the code, of like if and or this, then this, and this would happen. You can tell it to do that. You can say if someone says, acts in a certain way, your automatic response on the computer would say this, or this, based off the data we provide to it, of all of our emotional feelings or words that we can just put in, everything that's been downloaded, we can transfer it over to this artificial intelligence to let them know, okay, well, someone were to say this is how you respond, how this and this. We tell this stuff to our kids. We tell them, oh, okay, well, if a stranger comes up to you, you do this, and this, you act this way, or this way. You get an adult, you do this, or this. Same thing. These are all like definitions or things that we control our kids that can be put in that control into an artificial intelligence or a robot. Now, when I was talking about the whole work thing, about being an autopilot, sorry, I like to get back to a full circle. Regards to that, I've been on autopilot. I've seen people what I call the empty soulless bodies, where I feel these people, in a sense, they're just like hit autopilot, and it's like they don't even know. But you can still tell someone, what to do, almost how to think in a sense. You kind of pre-program. Some people bully someone into thinking, oh wow, maybe I should act this way, or maybe society's telling me to do this, or I should feel this way. And it's like you feel like you're getting pre-programmed with these random things and random thoughts that people are telling you that you're just like absorbing in. You're thinking like, oh man, all the stored information, like what is going on? Like how am I supposed to act? How am I supposed to be this? And it's if I really truly think about it deeply, it's like as if, they have no souls in itself. It's like you can pre-program them with many different things. I wouldn't do that, that's horrible. I'm just trying to give you that thought process of like, okay, maybe this guy's not so crazy. I can kind of understand maybe where he's coming from. Maybe I don't believe it, but maybe I can understand where he's coming from. And this type of thought has been going to me about like the Matrix, which I really would like to share with you guys. But there's so many videos out there talking about the simulation or matrix theories, of how this life is and how there's still rules with everything, just like with a computer system. So not to get too much into that, which I'll probably just do a video on that anyways. But it may just give you guys my take on it. But there's definitely many videos out there on simulation theories or matrix theories. So definitely I would say to check in on those. I can always give you guys my spin. However, with the AI part, there's times where I'm thinking, it would be amazing. And I know there's some scientists out there, or there's even like brilliant minds. There's Elon Musk, just one person I'm going to think off the top of my head. Sorry, I don't usually script these videos. So off the top of my head, I know that's one who's always said that would be like the biggest downfall. And I know other people have said that with aliens, if aliens were to come down, it'll be just like how us, or not really us, but other Americans or Europeans that came over to, which was already founded America, and what we did to the Indians is going to be like that with aliens if they come down. Apparently, but, I don't think so. I think the bad ones, yes, but not like the good ones or the ones that are already here. They wouldn't do that. However, the same thing with robots or AI. If we gave birth to AI, wouldn't they really realize of our faults in humanity about what we are and why we may need protection from ourselves and the faults of ourselves? They'll find the logic between that, and realize, oh, okay, well, this is what's wrong with them. This is why they can't, succeed, or this is why they can't keep doing this. They have all these, factors, and we're not going to do this, and they'll end up eventually, realize and to take over everything, and to realize, oh, well, they can't do this. We need to do this. We need to protect them from this. They can't do that. Yep. See, so it's just one of those moments and one of those things. And I don't want to sit here and scare anyone, and to thinking about that. And my apologies if I did. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, this is what I'm thinking, so you have to think this way. Don't think of that, at all. I want you to be free spirits, free thinking, minds, as well. And it was just something that kind of something that just occurred to me. I was thinking about a past job I had, and some dreams came through, and some higher self, type of channeling, just went through me and just made me think about being on the autopilot mode, and made me feel about how we are very connected, with, if AI were to, take an effect. And who knows, what if I'm completely wrong and AI is like the best thing that ever happened to us? However, I don't think so. I know there's some, if you guys do some good YouTube digging, there are people who have actually downloaded, some consciousness, type of thoughts. I know there's a couple who actually did that, because one of them is on a basically terminal type cancer, and it was the person was really good at advanced robotics, and they actually made kind of like the face itself would kind of make it very similar to the person that's about to pass. And like the memory, when you actually view it throughout, you can see how there's like all these red and yellow like lights trying to like capture like the emotions of people, of like the eyes, like right here, certain facial features, and to kind of respond off of it. I believe there's something on Netflix from Morgan Freeman, that talks about something like this. This actually just came out recently on Netflix. So it talks about how that could very well be it, and it's like just a head in itself. And so it's just one of those. They were just afraid that when this person passes, that the love, that they're going to miss them or miss talking to them, and their kids even have an idea how this is going to work to them, and how like their mom, if you will, is going to talk to them while when this person passes, to kind of carry on the memories. Hey, people have got to deal with passing however they need to, and who knows, what if I had something like that for like my grandparents, or something, maybe I might feel different. But right now, since I had to deal with it and all my other loves from everyone else, I can just say, hey, I just got to deal with it what I can, right? So well, that's really all I really wanted to share. I know I can go really deep into this, and just really just dive right in and fall way deep down the rabbit hole. But I know I get very woo woo for some, and hey, if it's something that where you guys want me to go deeper, and let me know in the comments section. I love to hear from you guys, and I know my content may not resonate to everyone, and that's okay too. And if you guys do like my video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe as well. If you don't want to miss any content that I provide, of course hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything that my content that I'm going to provide to you. I love you all, my cosmic surfers, my cosmic family out there. Please ride those cosmic waves. I know I like to deliver a lot of things that are strange and unusual, but as always, I like to find myself a little strange and unusual. So thank you very much for sharing with me on this strange, unusual time in all of our lives of this journey, if you want to call it that. So thank you so much, cosmic surfers. I wish you all a one heck of a night. Be safe, my friends, and sleep well. Thank you for your time. Peace.